This was a huge, a monumental victory for President Trump, the biggest legal win of this administration so far, a total embarrassment for crazy Judge Boasberg.
What do you get when a radical judge tries to let foreign terrorists back into America, and Stephen Miller shows up with the Constitution? You get obliterated. This Supreme Court ruling is massive, and Miller just dropped the hammer on the whole corrupt system.
This was a huge, a monumental victory for President Trump, the biggest legal win of this administration so far, a total embarrassment for crazy Judge Boasberg, who's been trying to force this president to bring foreign alien terrorists back onto American soil, trying to turn our planes around, trying to empty prisons in foreign countries and bring them back to our soil. This is a monumental, colossal victory for the rule of law, for the Constitution. Immigration and Customs Enforcement now have maximum authority to find and remove illegal alien gang members from Venezuela that have been responsible for so much misery in this country, for the torture and murder of Jocelyn Ungary, for the brutal slaying of Laken Riley. Those monsters can now be hunted down and expelled from this country. Sean, judge shopping, forum shopping. So the radical left lawyers like the ACLU will search for the most lunatic left judges in the whole country to try to shut down the president's action, even if there are no plaintiffs where that judge is operating. In this case, we had illegal aliens who were part of a designated foreign terrorist organization who have been declared alien enemies in Texas, and they were suing us in D.C. This judge should have mooted out the case the second it was filed. So instead, the Supreme Court mooted it out for him. And we're going to protect the powers of the president, and we're going to protect the people of this country.
You gotta love Stephen Miller. The man shows up on live TV, armed with the Constitution and zero tolerance for leftist lunacy, and just absolutely wrecks the radical judge trying to fly terrorists back into America. Like it's a welcome home tour. Only the left could look at foreign gang members and say, you know who really needs these guys? Suburban families in Texas. I mean, what planet are these people living on? Thankfully, Miller didn't just push back. He launched a constitutional missile straight through their lawfare circus. And the Supreme Court, they didn't just side with Trump. They smacked down this lunatic judge so hard, I'm pretty sure his gavel flew across the courtroom and cracked a Rachel Maddow bobblehead in half. Let's just be honest. The left doesn't care about the law. They care about power. And when they can't win elections or pass legislation, what do? They run to some robe-wearing activist in D.C. and say, quick, save us from border enforcement. The peasants might feel safe again. This wasn't a legal case. It was political theater. It was pure, unfiltered, government-funded bullshit. And the Supreme Court called it what it is. Now Trump can finally do what every sane president should have been able to do from day one. Find these criminals, remove them, protect Americans. And yes, that includes the monsters involved in the murder of Laken Riley. Her blood is on the hands of every single person who defended this madness. This ruling, it's not just a win for Trump, it's a win for common sense, for the Constitution, and for every American who's had enough of this insane open borders agenda. So to the radical judges, the ACLU, and every professional activist out there, cry harder, America's back. So there you have it. This wasn't just a court case. It was a constitutional beatdown. Everything we've been warning about for years, the left's obsession with judge shopping, their endless lawfare campaign, their total disregard for American safety, it's all been exposed. And now, the Supreme Court just handed them the L they deserve. Huge shout out to Stephen Miller for doing what few in D.C. have the guts to do, naming the names, citing the law, and absolutely torching the activist judges who've been weaponizing the bench to sabotage common sense policy. If you're sick of watching unelected radicals rewrite immigration law from the bench, and if you're tired of the left crying democracy while they undermine every democratic process they lose, then you already know what's at stake. Help me keep the truth front and center. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with someone who still thinks open borders and activist judges are progress. And for more unfiltered, unapologetic, no BS commentary that exposes the nonsense and names the names, head over to steadfastandloyal.com. We're calling it like it is, every single day. As always, stay informed, stay free, and stay steadfast and loyal. I'm Jimmy Parker. Thanks for joining us.